In a closed-door review, an executive points to a slide deck. If they don't make money, we'll shut them down. That logic is now driving a ruthless cull across global portfolios. In this countdown, we expose 10 brands most at risk of being sacrificed to fund core EV platforms. From luxury names stretched thin by slow EV cadence to value badges stuck on aging architectures, we'll map the exact pressures, regional strategy, dealer math, and platform overlap that push them to the edge. Number 1, Fisker. Fisker sold a simple promise: outsource manufacturing, keep overhead light, and scale fast. Then the bills arrived. When Magna started building the Ocean, early customers waited on software patches for core functions, while service coverage lagged sales targets. Cash burn accelerated, and suppliers started asking tougher questions about payment timing and volumes. You saw the ripple effects. Development on Alaska and Pear paused, demo units toured while engineering milestones slipped, and a dealer-style experiment appeared to raise cash without building a true retail network. Deliveries ticked up, but warranty provisions and recall actions ate the margin story those deliveries were supposed to prove. With manufacturing and much of the tech stack sourced, the moat stayed thin. That's why a rescue is unlikely. There's no proprietary platform to absorb, and legacy automakers are funneling capital into their own EV architectures. Now shift to supercar math. Number 2, Aston Martin. Aston Martin sells an emotion you can't spreadsheet, but the banks still do the math. Every new platform asks for scale the brand doesn't have, and lenders want proof it can pay back with volume it can't reach. That's the core squeeze. Refreshes keep the spotlight on, yet the hardware heart comes from Mercedes-AMG, engines, electronics, and critical software paths that carry licensing costs and limit independence. The Valkyrie dazzles, while DBX, Vantage, and DB12 handle the bills. But low volumes fight rising capex. Repeated capital raises fill gaps, not futures. Here's the tough part. Clean sheet EVs and software stacks demand billions. Ultra-low volume margins don't fund that. Analyst logic points one way: deepen partnerships, accept partial absorption, or narrow the lineup to survive the EV pivot. The likely outcome is consolidation, not lone wolf innovation. And that leads us straight to an Italian name facing similar arithmetic. Before we move on, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Number 3, Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo trades on Seoul, but Stellantis counts platforms, margins, and repeatable scale. That's the setup. Giulia and Stelvio sit on aging bones, while Tonale leans on shared DNA that keeps costs down but blurs identity. In the US, dealers shrink, showroom traffic swings, and marketing dollars chase limited returns. The group's STLA push asks every badge to earn its slot through volume, not nostalgia. You see it in cadence gaps and stop-start launches that leave dealers with stale metal. Sales jump, then sag, region by region, and the brand's thin footprint magnifies every miss. Stellantis targets tighter cost per unit and deeper component commonality, and leadership has warned underperformers will change or go. Alfa's path is narrow. Become the style-forward shell on STLAEVS with global reach, or settle into a Europe-only niche, which leads to a ghost badge hunting purpose. Number 4, Lancia. Lancia went from rally royalty to a single model nameplate, and now Stellantis wants a carefully staged reboot. The pitch centers on design-first branding and an electrified lineup aimed at Europe's premium compact buyers. Rollout stays tight, markets are chosen, and the goal is simple: rebuild desirability without overspending on unique hardware. Here's the risk. The new Ypsilon relaunch rides shared group architectures that also underpin DS and Peugeot. Trim, interiors, and tuning can separate feel, but the bones align closely. If buyers see twins with different badges, demand doesn't grow. It shifts. Future Lancia EVs face the same trap: overlap that invites internal cannibalization and blurs identity. If the comeback can't prove incremental sales, funding follows volume, and Lancia slips toward a quiet fade. Now take that math and apply it to a luxury sibling with louder expectations and similar constraints. Number 5. Maserati. Maserati trades on the Trident and V8 nostalgia, but shoppers still see mixed reliability and a choppy EV rollout. Fulgor badges arrive while Stellantis trims complexity and forces everything onto fewer platforms. That timing matters because Maserati's US sales through July fell 27% to 3,165 units. A thin base to support bespoke tech and service. The MC20 brings halo attention, yet the Grecale leans on shared bones, and Folgore models must prove they can command premium pricing against entrenched rivals. Low-volume luxury EVs carry heavy costs for unique interiors, sound tuning, and powertrains, but the group rewards module sharing. Stellantis says Maserati will target a focused luxury audience, though internal reviews weigh scale and profit, 2. The likely path is a tighter electrified lineup on STLA large/medium, or if volumes stay weak, a quiet mothballing. Now shift to GM's China-centered cost chess. Number 6. Baojun. Baojun rode early wins with micro EVs and cheap ICE cars, but the ground shifted when subsidies rolled back and battery inputs got volatile. Buyers now want more tech for the same money, which makes the old cost structure break. You see it in the joint venture's lineup churn. The Wuling Hongguang Mini EV created halo attention that didn't fully transfer, while Baojun's Kiwi EV carved a style niche but struggled against newer rivals promising faster charging, better infotainment, and ADAS at similar prices. In the sub-100,000 RMB bracket, constant refreshes and short product cycles burn cash without lifting margins. LFP battery price swings keep pricing unstable, and BYD's scale squeezes everyone underneath. That math points one way: fold, merge, or pair Baojun so capital moves to a few shared EV platforms and higher margin nameplates. Which brings us to its siblings' balancing act. Number 7. Wuling. Wuling became a headline brand with the Hongguang Mini EV, but success at that price can box you in. Low margins leave little room for the upgrades today's buyers expect, and that's where the squeeze starts. The market now treats ADAS and over-the-air updates as standard, which loads cost into a budget formula built on razor-thin profits. Exports add pressure. The Air EV shipped to Southeast Asia shows ambition, yet real profit depends on big volumes and option take rates that many value shoppers skip. That leaves a fragile balance between affordability and the tech checklist. Inside the joint venture, the playbook is shifting. Consolidate overlapping badges, simplify the dealer web, and push shared EV architectures. Wuling likely remains the low-cost spear, but with fewer nameplates and stricter platform rules. Now to a US legacy badge walking a tightrope inside GM's global matrix. Number 8. Buick. In the US, Buick leans older and sells only SUVs. In China, it's a core volume brand. Two realities share one budget, and the louder voice comes from where the sales are. That's why product timing and factory slots matter more than ever. GM is centering spend on Ultium and software. When production is tight, high-volume Chevrolets and high-profit Cadillacs go first, which can delay Buick's EV Cadence 1. The US lineup has already narrowed. Sedans are gone, while the Envista's 28,700 sales through July may be stealing Envision demand, down 17%. China gets earlier cycles and more nameplates, while US dealers face network trims. The plan lists 3 Buick EV crossovers: 2025 Premium Midsize, 2026 Sporty Midsize, and 2028 Compact 1. Expect a regional split, strong China focus, a leaner US range, and shared Ultium crossovers to keep its slot. Now on to Nissan's trade-offs. Number 9. Nissan. Nissan feels split. In North America, sedans drag while crossovers keep the lights on. In China, a reset collides with a late EV push beyond Leaf and Ariya. Leadership pressure mounts. An official warned the company has only 12 to 14 months to survive, and talks of a CEO change add uncertainty. 1. Restructuring is already on paper. Closing the Optima plant by March 2028, cutting factories from 17 to 10, and shrinking output to 2.5 million units, tied to a 670 billion yen loss and a 20,000 headcount reduction. 1. That's the cost of buying time. You've heard the rumors. Versa and Altima on the chopping block, platforms consolidated, alliance terms recalibrated, and even failed Honda tie-ups to chase cost-sharing. 1. Dropping low-margin sedans frees capex for e-power hybrids and a tighter EV slate. Expect fewer models, a trimmed Infinity, and a faster region-first cadence. Now scale meets brand overload. Number 10. Volkswagen's sub-brand overload. Volkswagen built a house of badges, then ran headfirst into software bills. CARIAD's delays and overruns stalled ID launches and forced a rethink of timelines. That bottleneck cascaded into platform plans, pushing back SSP while PPE carried premium hopes longer than intended. When software slips, every sub-brand queues for the same fixes and misses targets. Now the overlap bites. Seat's purpose looks fuzzy as Cupra grabs mindshare and budgets. Škoda's value lane stays useful, but it presses against VW Core in price and content. Audi trims ICE nameplates to free money for PPE now and SSP later, because premium EVs need clean code and fresh factories. Retooling drains cash, so leadership chases brand-level profit hurdles. Expect 2 or 3 names to get full oxygen per region, while others get starved or repositioned. The savings fund a single stack and fewer, stronger EV toolkits. The real story isn't brands failing. It's boards pruning portfolios to bankroll a few scalable EV and software stacks. Automakers are consolidating platforms, trimming factories, and dropping overlapping nameplates to redirect cash into core architectures and code bases. That's why some badges fade even with decent sales. They don't fit a unified toolkit or software roadmap.